Exploring Greenland. A journey to the edge of the world. What if I told you there's a place on Earth so vast, so remote and so mysterious that it's often left blank on maps? And what if this place, despite its icy isolation, holds the key to understanding some of the most pressing issues of our time? Greenland has always held a unique fascination for many. It's a land that sits at the edge of our maps, often overlooked, forgotten, or marked as containing no data. When the idea of traveling to Greenland is mentioned, it often evokes astonishment. The reasons are clear. Greenland is cold, desolate, and remote. Its cities are not connected by roads, but are instead separated by an enormous, impenetrable sheet of ice that stretches over 1,000 miles. Only 56,000 people call it home, a population comparable to a large town in many places. Yet, Greenland deserves more attention. It's the world's largest island, larger than all but 4 continental landmasses: Afro-Eurasia, the Americas, Antarctica, and Australia. Despite its size, it's also arguably the world's largest colony, though not ruled over in the traditional sense. Its political status is a major point of contention, and a push for independence has been strong in recent years. Today, Greenland faces numerous challenges: a melting ice sheet, traditional cultures increasingly under threat, the highest suicide rate in the world, and an economy dependent on a power a continent over that a large majority of its population wishes to no longer be a part of. Greenland, or Kalaallit Nunaat, as it's known in the local language, has a story worth hearing. This is a land of beauty, resilience, and complexity, shaped by its geography, history, and people. The geography of Greenland, a land of ice and isolation. Greenland is a land of extremes. Its geography is dominated by the Greenland ice sheet, which covers 80% of the island and is nearly 2 miles thick in some places. This ice sheet contains 8% of the world's fresh water, an astonishing amount that's dwarfed only by Antarctica's ice. The ice sheet makes the interior of Greenland uninhabitable, leaving its population clustered along the coasts. The coastal regions have a tundra climate, with cold temperatures for most of the year, and permafrost, soil that remains frozen beneath the surface. Summers can occasionally be warm, but the landscape is mostly barren, with sparse grasses, mosses, and small bushes. The only forest in Greenland is in the Chingwa Valley in the far south, a rare pocket of greenery in an otherwise icy expanse. The ice sheet also prevents the construction of roads, leaving most towns and cities accessible only by boat, plane, or helicopter. This isolation is a defining feature of Greenland's geography. The island is split into 3 traditional regions: Kalaallit Nunaat, West Greenland; Tunu, East Greenland; and Avanata, North Greenland. Each region has its own unique culture and history, shaped by the harsh environment and the people who have called it home for centuries. The history of Greenland, from Vikings to modern times. Greenland's history is a story of migration, survival, and colonization. The first people to settle Greenland arrived around 2500 BCE, migrating from what is now northern Canada. These early settlers were followed by waves of Inuit peoples, including the Dorset culture, which disappeared by the 1300s. In the 10th century, Norse settlers arrived, led by Eric the Red. He named the island Greenland to attract settlers, and for a time, the Norse colonies thrived. However, by the 15th century, the colonies had vanished, likely due to a combination of cooling temperatures and conflicts with the Inuit. In the 18th century, Denmark colonized Greenland, establishing trading posts and missionary settlements. Danish rule had a profound impact on Greenland's culture and economy. The Inuit way of life was disrupted, and the island's resources were exploited for Denmark's benefit. Greenland remained a Danish colony until 1979, when it gained home rule. Today, Greenland is an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, with its own government and a growing push for independence. Nuuk, the Arctic metropolis. Nuuk is Greenland's largest city and the heart of the island's political, economic, and cultural life. With a population of around 19,000, it's a small city by global standards, but it feels much larger. The city is a mix of modern high-rises and colorful wooden houses, nestled between towering mountains and the Nuuk fjord. The airport in Nuuk is tiny, with a single building for check-in, baggage claim, and waiting areas. The city itself is built on a rocky peninsula, with buildings and roads carved into the landscape. Nuuk has no suburbs. Development is hemmed in by mountains and fjords. Despite its small size, Nuuk has all the amenities of a much larger city. There are grocery stores, restaurants, museums, and even a university. The city is also home to Greenland's government and many of its cultural institutions. The old part of the city, with its historic churches and colorful houses, offers a glimpse into Greenland's colonial past, while the modern downtown area reflects the island's growing urbanization, a land of beauty and resilience. Greenland is a land of contrasts, icy and barren, yet stunningly beautiful, remote and isolated, yet home to a vibrant and resilient culture. Its people have adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth, and their story is one of survival, resilience, and hope. As the world grapples with the challenges of climate change and globalization, Greenland stands as a reminder of the delicate balance between humans and nature. It's a place where the past and present collide, and where the future is still being written. Whether it's the towering icebergs of Ilulissat, the colorful houses of Nuuk, or the vast emptiness of the ice sheet, Greenland is a land that leaves a lasting impression on all who encounter it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the wonders of Greenland, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating stories from around the globe. From the icy fjords of the Arctic to the vibrant cultures of South America, we've got so much more to explore together. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Let us know what you found most interesting about Greenland, or share your thoughts on what destination we should cover next. Your support and engagement.